Clean sheets, 3 points. How many times have we said that, Arsenal fans? What striker problem? Double M at the double. Saka scored via the penalty spot. And we've got another 3 points that, helps for a variety of ways. We're top of the Champions League table, at least where our match finishing is concerned. Got 3 points. Kept a clean sheet. Doesn't matter if it's the League Cup, Premier League, or Champions League. Winning like losing is infectious and contagious, and we keep the good things going. Obviously, going into this game, Gyökeres is the latest guy that's having to sit down on the injury table, so that's naturally going to make you a bit nervy. But we had a job to do. You look at Slavia Prague. You know what's to expect, and you obviously saw the game. Probably thousands of individuals, thousands of individuals with no top on and whatnot. But we knew it was coming into a noisy and loud and intimidating, in theory, atmosphere. We know we needed to get the 3 points. We know this is a cup final for them, and we done everything. On one hand, we were probably sloppy in the middle and final third in the initial stages. We probably struggled to get some control, but that's expected. We're coming to their backyard. They're gonna press. They're gonna be aggressive. They're gonna play quite high, and things of that ilk. And I'm sure there was a moment early doors. Magalhaes hit a half volley. I know Gabriel Magalhaes hit a half volley, and then they went down the other end. Other than that, once 20 minutes kind of passed, in my opinion, we started to take control of the situation. Obviously, we weren't at our scintillating best. And one thing I think we did early, we tried to do the long ball thing. We saw, Gyökeres and Kai and whoever's not here, that's not going to help Mikel Merino. It's not helping us, really. When we changed that, when we settled 20 minutes in, I think we started to get into the nick and groove of things. I think we started to do what we could bring to the table, and we started to do our thing. And beyond that, it was plain sailing. I'm not going to say we done a mad test of the keeper. We just took control. Obviously, by that point, for the first goal, bit of fortune for the penalty, and they tried to give a penalty against Ben White, which was incorrect. Baffling penalty. I'd be livid if it was Arsenal, but it is what it is. Ball to the spot. Saka gets a goal, and we've wanted Saka to obviously start to get some numbers, and he's done that. He's got his first goal. Hope it can continue. As I said, big up Slavia. They started positive and aggressive in a good sense, people. 28 minutes in, we had 6 corners. We fully settled. Obviously, we got the goal. And at halftime, it's just, obviously, we've got the confidence that you can't really break us down. It's just about getting the 3 points, getting the job done, probably putting more distance between the sides, because as a fan, you're hoping to see Saka, Rice, maybe Magalhaes come off the pitch. You want to see Dalman and these lot exposed. You wanted to see Wanyeri probably play 90 minutes. It wasn't to happen, people. And then, man, I think we was a bit sloppy. My thoughts at halftime, but we got the goal. We weathered the initial storm. We did our thing. Second half started in the best way. Bewildering kickoff from Slavia Prague, but it came back to bite them on the arse, really. Good passes of play from us. Obviously, you have to big up Trossard, who's getting a lot of stick at times from Arsenal fans. He's delivered a lovely cross into the box. Merino, right place, right time. We're bang on the money. And then, obviously, Declan Rice has put a ball into the box. Merino's got his head there. Their keepers come out for no reason. Flaffed at it. Ball in the back of the net. Not 1, not 2, but 3 goals. That's game done. Nice to see Max Dalman. I think people need to understand Wanyeri's a young player and he's going to go through those moments. I don't feel anyone was amazing. I feel fans are doing a bit too much with Norgard. But honestly, for me, we got 3 points. We got out of there. Of course, it could have been a lot better. Would have loved to have seen us score from a dead ball. Would have loved to have seen Max Dalman score. Would have loved to have scored more. Would have loved to have dominated possession from start to finish. Even then, big up Hincapié as well. Had a good performance, encouraging minutes in the tank for him. Obviously, I think Slavia Prague, they kind of threw their toys out the pram. You saw the stuff towards the end with Gabriel. You saw their striker trying it with Hincapié. There was a lot of, they were trying to make it that kind of game towards the end, but they failed to do that. It's another win on the board. Must be some level of record-breaking clean sheets. The good times go on. Merino did well. What striker problem? And hopefully he can bag against Sunderland, do what we need to do against Sunderland, go into the international break. Anyone playing for their countries, wrap them in cotton wool. And then it's game on. It's showtime against Spurs and North London derbies and Chelsea's and Bayern Munich's and Brentford's and this one and that one. But it's a good time to be an Arsenal fan. Perfect record in the Champions League. Perfect of sorts in the Premier League. Doing what we're doing in the League Cup. May it continue, innit? Let me know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Always